Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. It's the new year 2020 and we've got some 9mm to test today. My friend Robert from Facebook sent us some funds to purchase this. This is a 95 grain jacketed soft point, has a flat nose on it, 9mm. Let's throw this guy on the table and see what we have in store today. Unfortunately, I only have one box of this, so we will run our 3, 4, 7.72 and 16-inch barrel. We'll skip the 4.95 on this today. That'll give us a little extra rounds for accuracy and for a gel test. We'll be at approximately 10 to 12 feet with our Pro digital as always. It's about 37 degrees and sunny outside today. We'll start with our shortest barrel length first, which is our Sig Sauer P938. Try not to bump the magazine release on it today. 1156. Air. Why are we getting airs? 1177. 1200. Unfortunately, because I only have one box of these, whatever we get for the averages over the 10, if I get a couple airs, we'll just have to leave it at 8 shots. $11.12, $11.99, $12.25, $12.03, $11.99. And now we have our 4-inch Glock 19 MOS. You'll notice that this is a new video because we have a Holosun RDS on top of there. Naples Guns and Ammo, Mr. Matt Mink sent this to the channel for us to throw on top of our Glock and see how we like it. It's got the battery operated and also has the panels up top to charge and collect from the sun. A little less talking and some more shooting. Air. 1342. 1287. 1332. 1280. 1302. 1314. 1282. 1299. 1298. Pretty good velocities out of this load. It is a 95 grain, so 20 grains lower than typical. So cool. And now our 7.72 inch barrel. This is our CZ Scorpion Evo SBR. We have the Magpul 35 round mags that we've been testing lately in this gun. Little HK slap there. We're ready to go. 1541, 1493, 1527, 1537, 1457, 1536, 1506, 1498, 1465, 1513. Pretty impressive velocity still. Little kind of all over the board there. And finally, our CMMG Resolute 200 series. This is our 16-inch barrel. I threw a new ejector spring in here and we're running a lot better. Change my string over here. I think we'll see over 1600 feet per second with this guy. 1589, 1600, 1577, 1606, 1608, 1598, 1604, 1626, 1633, 1591. Not bad. We had good cycling with the CMMG. I ended up contacting them and they actually had a revised ejector spring that they sent me. So that seems to have done the trick. I don't have any tuning weights in there right now, so we'll keep running with that one. Here is our Magtech 90 grain flat nose JSP 1.19 inches at 25 yards from the 16-inch CMMG with the 1-to-6 power. You can see there's a little bit of wind. It's coming out of the south, heading to the north, and I'm shooting, was it crosswind? Not shooting into the wind, I'm shooting across it. I'm shooting east to west, so not bad. We've certainly shot better with 9mm, but right around 1 inch, give or take, is pretty normal for most 9mm loads. Okay, we have our gel block set up. We have our standard FBI 10% equivalent clear ballistics gel block, 6x6x16 with a backup block. They are a used block, but with our pistol rounds, typically you're going to see just that permanent wound cavity there. Hopefully you can see a cool little bubble on the high speed. We'll start with the 3-inch and hope that I hit where I'm trying to shoot. We'll go for the left side of the block. 11.99, I hit right in the center left. Now we'll do the 4-inch Glock. We'll try for the right side middle. Air, but probably because I needed to move the chronograph over. I'll go check the block and make sure we have 2 good hits on there, and then we'll take the 2 longer barrels. Now the CZ Scorpion Evo. Make sure we're on a good spot here. Velocity 1574. Let me go fix this. And now the 16-inch. $16.38. This will be kind of hard to discern in this highly used block. We'll start with the 4-inch, which is this wound track right here. You can see that we are penetrating quite a ways. There's our 16. We're into the second block and right around the 24-inch mark. 24.5 is the core, and the jacket is behind it. We'll dig all these out in a second when we can have a chance. Now, the 3-inch barrel was almost pretty much the same. We had a really long wound track. And this little guy right here is what looks to be the core, because that's the jacket there. Pretty similar wound track, a very, very straight. Now, the 7.72 inch is that one right there. Probably hard to see. And we're going to track right around there. We have what looks like to be some fragmentation, in our penetration depth on that is right around 12.25 inches. Not too bad. Now this one right here is our 16-inch. Chicka 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 chicka. That's some other stuff, but our bullet is right there, as you can see, right around the 11.75 inch mark. Seems to be a fair amount of fragmentation going on there. Give me a second and we'll pull these out, but this kind of looks like this particular load with its construction prefers a longer barrel, at least for keeping the lead and jacket together. Definitely not a bonded bullet. Here are recovered rounds: 3, 4, 7.72, and 16. Seems like the core on the 3-inch just went out into nowhere, 32 plus inches of penetration. There's the core for the 4-inch. Looks pretty much almost intact. And it wasn't until we got to that higher velocity, we got some fragmentation going on with the jacket and a decent amount of expansion, although I almost would still lend myself towards staying with a gold dot HST or Ranger T. Well, Robert, I hope that answers your question about this 95 grain jacketed soft point flat nose from Magtech. Velocity wise was up there because of the 95 grain loading. Our ballistics gel results gave us extreme amounts of penetration in the shorter barrel lengths. We saw that it wasn't a bonded bullet when we stepped up to the longer barrel lengths and basically halved our penetration. Accuracy was as good as most other 9mm loads that we've tested. We've tested better, but on average, right around 1 inch is pretty acceptable from what we've been getting. I would probably stick with our well-known loads in our Federal, Spear, or Winchester loadings in the 124 to 147 grain, depending on your barrel length. As always, I'd like to thank Robert for providing us with some ammunition to test, my Patreon supporters, and you all for watching. Until next time, catch you at the range.
Merry Christmas!